Hey guys, it's Mandy. Welcome back to my channel, and if you haven't already, you know what to do. Click that subscribe button down below. Give this video a thumbs up, of course, if you want to see some more from me, and definitely leave me a comment down below, guys. You know I love hearing from you, and I actually want to know your thoughts and opinions on the product we're going to be talking about today. Okay guys, so if you haven't guessed already from the title, which I'm sure you have, we are going to be talking about today the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Water Foundation. And I know I'm a little bit late on this train, but I did not know when they first came out with this, if it was actually going to be worth it. Like, was it actually better than all the rest of the foundations on the market? I didn't know that I needed to actually spend my money to find out. I had a foundation that I loved. I didn't think that this would really be anything different. But if you have been with me for a while on my channel, you'll know that I do have dry skin. Like, I have very dry skin that I have to moisturize constantly. And a lot of foundations that are mattifying or anything like that are way too dry for me personally. So after much debate with myself, I went ahead and actually purchased this about, I would say like a month and a half ago. I actually purchased the Rainforest of the Sea foundation. I have it in the shade Fair Light Neutral, which is actually the perfect shade for me. It matches me completely, especially in the wintertime. I'm very, very pale. But I wanted to go over with you and do kind of an entire full review on this foundation and what I have noticed since using it, since I have now been using it for a full, I would say, month to month and a half. So the first thing I'm going to do, I have their website pulled up here, and I am going to read to you some about this foundation because I'm sure some of you have already heard about it, but there may be some of you out there who haven't heard about it yet. So I want to read to you directly from Tarte's website, you know, what the claims are on this, what it's supposed to do, and then I'm going to go through my experience with it with you. So the first thing I want to read is the details on the product. It says, what is it? And it says it's a lightweight, full coverage, hydrating foundation infused with Tarte's Rainforest of the Sea complex and non-chemical SPF sunscreen, which is always good. You know that we always need some kind of sun protection to protect ourselves from those harmful rays that we beauties want to stay away from. It says, underneath that is a section saying what it does. It says, deliver the ultimate and hydration boosting coverage with Tarte's 12-hour water foundation. It's concentrated full coverage fluid formula features 20% water to quench dry skin as it covers and masks any redness, dark spots, and uneven skin tone while softening the look of pores and fine lines. The custom dropper applicator delivers your perfect level of moisture-rich coverage. Yes, in an array of shades to match any skin tone. Yes, they actually have a wide array of skin tones in here, and I'm actually pleasantly surprised because, as you know, not many foundations go light enough or dark enough. And the only criticism that I would give them in their shade range is they definitely go light enough. They go lighter than like the standard, or what used to be the standard, ivory or porcelain. They do go lighter than that, which is fantastic. I have the second to lightest shade on me, and it's hard for me to even match my skin tone with foundations. They're usually way too dark, even in the lightest shade. However, they only have what I would consider, you know, for dark complexions, they only have four or five. So, yeah, I think they might be lacking in that department a little bit, but they are doing better than other companies. But I do think that they should expand their shade range just a little bit to be more inclusive to everybody. And underneath, talking about the skin tones, it says powered by Tarte's antioxidant-packed Rainforest of the Sea and non-chemical SPF 15 sunscreen. The hypoallergenic formula helps restore, brighten, and defend skin from free radical damage and early signs of aging for a smooth, soft, and radiant complexion, which we all want, girls. You know it. You know we all are seeking that. So to talk about that section just a little bit and what I have experienced when using this, I actually have rather large pores. Like, I'm not ashamed to admit it. Like, my pores have been through it. However, the Rainforest of the Sea foundation, without using a primer even, I have used it with primer, without primer, with powder, without powder, like with all different sorts of products to see how it's going to play and react with those products and what it is capable of doing. Even without primer, it does start smoothing out your skin tone, and I am so appreciative of that. I really enjoy that feature about it. As well as, since it is water-based, I usually always put a moisturizer on before starting any of my makeup routine in the morning. So I put my moisturizer on, and since this is water-based, I truly feel like it's been helping my foundation kind of sink in to my skin, or maybe stay a little bit longer throughout the day. I don't know which, but I can tell a difference in the hydration in my skin after using it for about a month, so I'm really enjoying that. And it just gives like such a nice, natural, healthy glow to your skin. It's actually really remarkable. It's hard to find a foundation that is so full coverage but does not feel cakey. It does not feel like it's weighing my face down, and it gives me the coverage I need without looking bad, if you know what I mean. It looks very, very natural and skin-like, so I'm really appreciative of that. And I can actually tell you, like I said, I have dry skin. A lot of foundations that are mattifying or anything like that, I cannot use with a powder. But some of them you kind of have to. You have to set it or it's going to wear off. It's going to, you know, move around, and we don't want that ever. I know you girls know exactly what I'm talking about. We never want that. But with this, I have worn it. I can powder over it, and it's not too drying on my skin, which is amazing, but I have worn it without powder. Like, you don't necessarily have to powder this. It dries down to such a completely natural skin-like finish that it's not necessary to use powder when using this foundation, and it gives you just the most beautiful coverage, and it still stays all day. I have worn this particular foundation even without powdering it and setting it in place. I have worn it for 12 plus hours at a time, and it still looks beautiful, so I'm really excited about that. Okay, and the next section that I'm gonna read from is on how to use this foundation. It is a little bit different than most other foundations. If you'll notice, the top here has this little kind of button there. So I'm gonna open it up and let you see. It's actually a dropper foundation. Do you see that? And you can kind of, yeah, it just kind of drops the foundation, and you pick the product up by pressing this, and you also release the product by pressing this, which is really cool. So on the directions on the right on the bottle, it says shake well before use. So you do have to shake it up before using it. And then on the directions of how to use on the Tarte's website, it says using the dropper applicator, dispense directly onto a foundation brush and then gently buff into skin in circular motions. For light coverage, use 1 to 2 drops. For medium to full coverage, use 3 to 4 drops. And I'm going to tell you right off the bat, I don't do that. I actually use the dropper to apply it directly to my face, and then I blend in with either my foundation brush or a beauty blender. I found that it works just the same with each one. Some foundations work better with a brush, and some work better, you know, with a beauty blender. I've noticed that, but this one, it seems not to matter. It seems that it works just as well either way, which I'm very, very happy with. As far as the amount of drops go, I find that to be not true at all. When you do this, the dropper does not get completely full. So 1 drop would be like that, I'm assuming. But I use more like 3 like full droppers, if that makes sense. Like, I use like 1 full dropper on my forehead, 1 full dropper on this side, and then it all blends in and comes together in the middle. So, and it's very full coverage using it that way. So I wouldn't use just like 1 little drop. When it says use 1 to 2 or 3 to 4 drops, I would use like the full dropper, not just a tiny drop of the foundation itself. Then next I want to go on to a section of that says why we love it. So many people love this foundation, and I am definitely one of them, but it says why we love it. Tarte 12-hour power, and it, yes, like I said, even without setting it with powder, I have worn it past 12 hours, and it still looks completely fabulous. It says it's hypoallergenic, it is vegan, dermatologist tested, broad spectrum SPF 15 sunscreen, non-chemical ingredients, titanium dioxide, zinc oxide. And then it says immediate improvements, or immediately what people have noticed. 97% of women said their skin appeared smoother and softer, which, yes, I can verify too the first time that I used this product. And it's only gotten better as I've used it for the rest of the month as well. Then 97% of women also said their skin appeared brighter. Excuse me, I can't speak today. But I definitely see that as well. And 97% said their skin appeared more radiant, which to me, yes, 100%. Once again, I am completely infatuated with this foundation, you guys. I have grown to very, very much fall in love with this little baby. It was so worth it. And I've been kicking myself every day since I actually purchased this that I didn't get it much, much sooner. So if you guys have dry skin like me, I'm pretty sure it would actually work on any skin type. I mean, this is one of those very, very universal foundations that's going to make everyone look fabulous, I feel. So if you guys have not already tried this Tarte Rainforest of the Sea foundation, I would highly recommend doing so. Like I said, even if you don't have time to do a full face and set everything with powder, it is still going to make your skin look so flawless throughout the day, and you're not gonna regret it. That's really all that I have to say on this. If you have any more questions about the product, I would be so happy to answer them. Please leave any questions down in the comment box below, and I'll be happy to get right back to you on them. But that's really all that I have for today, guys. So until next time, guys, I'll see you later.